Hi guys, in today's lesson we're going to be talking about improvised clubs. We start with knives and clubs for the improvised weapons because they're the most common things you're going to find on the ground. So an improvised club is basically anything that's too long to be an improvised knife. Not necessarily sharp or whatever, but you want to be able to grab it in one hand and overhead strike with it. Okay, that's the qualities of an improvised club. I'm using this wooden spoon for the demonstration. You probably usually want something a little bit bigger, but I don't have anything at the moment. But things like half a pool cue, the leg of a chair, maybe you get a broomstick and then you take off just the handle from the broom. A stick on the ground, all those sort of things. Okay, so how do you use it? You put it in your strong hand and your strong side forward or your strong side to the rear, okay? It's kind of optional, but I like my strong side to the rear because I don't want the person to be able to take my weapon, okay? Unlike normal fighting, like without a weapon, I would always have my strong side forward. But I like to have, when I've got the club in my hand, I like to have my strong side to the rear. And you're only going to use one strike. It's called the number one strike, or also known as the king strike in Filipino martial arts. Well, they have their Filipino name. I don't know what it is. Okay, and it's just coming down, as straight as possible to the person's head. Okay, this one strike will beat most things. They can be doing all this fancy stuff, and if you just do this, because it's the fastest and it's straight to the head, it's gonna beat most things. And really, that's all you need to know about a club. You hold it in the same way as the knife, all right? You put it in like a strong fist, tight, not too tight, but it's better tighter than not tight enough. And just strike straight down. And if you want to put it in your front foot, you can too, right? And this hand, again, is up for defense. You always have your hand up for defense. The next type of improvised club I want to talk about is a little bit different, but it's pretty useful. It's called sap. And you might remember the old school policemen, like back in the 60s or whatever, maybe even these days, they have like a little billy club or a sap, right? Or like the gangsters used to carry it around. And you can make them really easily, and they're very effective. So basically all you need is something heavy. For example, I'm using this bottle of pills, right? Or if you're in a pool hall, you could use a pool ball. You could get a ton of rocks. You could use a bunch of coins, anything that's heavy. And then anything to put it in, like a sock, right? I just put that in this sock, and there you go. There's my improvised sap, and you use it the same. Number one strike, straight to the head. And this, it'll do some damage, okay? What else could you put it in? A glasses case, right? Or this is a case for swimming goggles, but similar thing, okay? And that's gonna work. Or even if you don't have something like that to put it in, I've got this mini towel. Okay, and all I'm going to do is place this in the middle of the towel and bring the four corners together, right, just like that. So there it is. And then I could just use it like that if I want. Or I could curl it up and then just, right? And you'll be surprised how much damage that can do if you hit someone on the head with that. So you can use it in the same way. So the exercise for today is to get your club or your sap, or both, practice with both, and then just practice striking with it, okay? Footwork as well. With most weapons, you don't want to be jumping around too much, okay? But you still want to use your forward and back and side to side, just to practice as well, right? And then sap, okay? And that's it for today. I'll see you guys in the next lesson.